Hey there, I'm Miss Shy. If you're tuning in again, if you're new to the stream, um, welcome. Don't mind that. I just dropped my gum. Starts rustling. Uh, so, so last time, let me just pause and give you the recap on what was happening last time. So, previously it was spring, and we were researching geothermal power, lowering the prisoner resistance and making sure the prisoners become cleaners. We're also making some lights, and we had a caravan tribute to the Blue faction happen. Now, that's all happened so far, but what's on the agenda today is we've got to deconstruct these egg boxes. So up in here, in this little barn, and that we have to wait till the fertile eggs get moved to the freezer before disabling them from it. So what's basically happened is it's winter now, as you can see, and this is a permanent summer map. And what's happened is that all these eggs that are out here are now spoiled. I'll click on these eggs, not the box. Can I click on just the egg? No, I won't be able to click on it until I finish deconstructing it. But yeah, what's happened is all the eggs out here are spoiled, regardless of if they're fertile or not. My people don't take in fertile eggs into our freezer. So we've got to move all those in. We've changed it. We're starting to move them in. As you can see here, this is one that's been brought in. It was ruined by temperature. So it's never going to hatch, and it's got to be moved to the fridge. Now, once we've got them all in here, and hopefully they start using them, I'm hoping that I can start building some more egg boxes after that, and it'll hopefully be a bit warmer. I'm thinking I might have to put a heater up in here to prevent it from getting ruined again. Actually, that might be faster. I don't know why I didn't think of that before. I'll think about doing that. What else we got? We've got 2 quests to be done. So okay, we have the Cigar's stash of valuables. So our registry Ambers has informed us of a collection of valuable items worth $975, not far from us. The collection consists of a shield belt, masterwork, and there might be an unknown threat. So that's over there. We're over here. Now, the second quest is a non-traditional offer. So our nearby settlement, Owenville, special trade request. They would like to purchase 13 parkas of normal quality, worth almost 2.5 grand. And if we can make the trade, we'll get 42 plus goodwill. Now, we did just become neutral with them in the last episode, so I'm hoping what's going to happen is we can maybe take that all the way up to ally, because it's plus 22, and as you can see here, we gave them some gifts and we traded some stuff. That's how we kind of got them out from being minus 130. Took a bit. We're still working on green as well, but they're quite far away from us. They're over here. So it's not really that practical for us to be going and trading with green just yet. I will need to kind of maintain these, because in the early days, these will all roll back by 12 at a time. And if this rolls back twice, they go back to being enemies. And if this one, sorry, if green rolls back once, I'm basically on the borderline of becoming enemies with them again. So I've got to be really careful with that. Let's see. We're also researching sterile tiles. How's that quest going? It's about halfway. It's a little over halfway. It's pretty good. And we always still need a lot of silver for this. So we want the sterile tile for our our medical wing, and for our kitchen, so they stop getting food poisoning and that their healing rate increases. And eventually I'd like to put it through their storage area to keep that cleaner. because what we've had happen in the past, if you notice, we have almost no animals in here. So when summer came through, we weren't able to deal with the heat, and we had rolling blackouts, and basically all the animals in here expired, and it was just an absolute sty. So what ended up happening is we had to clear them all out, clean it all out, and start skinning as we went. So we're only losing meat on occasion, and we should still have. Here we go. Here's evidence of it. What was our animal stockpile of food? We even lost a couple of full-size thrombos we could have got fur from, and we never got it. My people never went and harvested, so that was a bit of a shame. So what I might do is, since I've realized that I don't need to deconstruct these, what I need to do is, I don't know if they'll take these out of here. I think they will because the fridge is accepting. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have to put a heat source in here, and I don't think it's cold enough. Need a powered heater. I think just a standard campfire might be enough. I would almost say put it at the doors, perhaps. Yeah, I'd say one's probably gonna be enough, but I'll pop down two just to make sure that this room is tight with that. And what I'll do is I'll remove another layer of bedding, and I'll just increase this square just a bit more. So let me hold on a second while I just open my blinds, because my cat is gonna, Azula's gonna destroy that. Hopefully that was not too horrific to listen to, because they're metal blinds, and what she's doing is she's laying across my desk, and she's putting her paws and face through the blinds to look out. But of course, if you've ever seen any cat memes where cats are literally doing that, she sits there and goes crinkle, 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 crinkle non-stop to kind of like enjoy the sound and also look out at the same time, which is infuriating if you're actually sitting here trying to listen to it or trying to do anything else and you're hearing that. So I thought I'd just I'd nip that in the butt real quick. All right, now these, what are their qualities? They're mostly good. I think most of my people make about good quality. I wouldn't expect to see a poor bedroll here. The normal is probably the worst one. What I'm doing is I just want to move the existing ones out of the spot if I can. So I'll end up probably, I'm not sure yet if this was all supposed to be a nice kind of cream color, but it'll be fine. They'll move. All right, so let's save that. Okay, so I'll get somebody that isn't currently working just to come up and make these, because once these eggs are ruined, I'm pretty sure it's not going to fix the matter by putting a heater. If you've ever had an egg get too cold in your fridge, what happens is the egg itself freezes and expands inside the shell and ends up expanding until the shell cracks. And even though the insides are frozen and they don't spill out or anything like that, obviously you can't continue to store it as a refrigerated egg. It's basically expired at that point. I mean, you could cook it, you could take it out and cook it straight away for sure, but yeah, you can't just expect that once the temperature reaches room temperature again, that'd be fine. Alright, so let's speed them up a little bit. Alright, so yeah, gotta make these parkers for this quest. So they want 13 parkers, and let's just have a quick look. How many have I got? I've got 8, and I'd say I have a pretty good bet some of these people are probably wearing parkers. So, and I know it's winter, so they'll be cold. But let's just change that for the moment. Parkers. Please remove your parkers, people. And that is also something I'll need to remember to re-enable in the future. Just make a quick note of that. Otherwise, we'll get to next winter and they'll be all dying of the cold. All right. Turn up my volume in my ear a bit. There we go. I don't normally play this game very loudly, but at the same time, I like to kind of like know, sort of like if I'm stuck in one spot and the kittens and cats and stuff are all mewing constantly, and I can't hear it, it gets annoying for you guys. So I'd rather fix that up right now. All right, so oh, an aurora is happening. Well, that'll be nice for everybody that's awake. It's a beautiful aurora. It's lighting up the sky in uh, undulating colors. No idea. I've never seen that word before. Will boost the mood of anybody outside to see them. This makes the night brighter. So yeah, everybody that's working at the moment, what's going to happen is they'll be like, let's see, where is it? It should say, okay, so let's see, 8 lavish meal, perfect spacious, recreation somewhat impressive, sky high expectations, no? People aren't seeing the aurora. They're outside, they're awake. They were awake. Interesting. Alright, let's get some of these animals cold too. It's definitely more efficient. Everything is more clean since our prisoners are actually helping to clean. So Lumi to Silverware are originals, and I loaded in with them 12 originals. But what we've got is, I believe Nitro was a refugee, I think, or Nitro crash landed. McLean was a refugee, and then we've taken on a couple of prisoners, and we had a wild woman come in. So we've got a fair bit of a colony now. The aurora's ended, that's why it's nice and dark now. Just barely see. You see the snow? It's here. It's gentle snow now. Alright. So, how many parkas did that give us from everybody dropping them? I knew they were wearing them. We got 18. How many do we need? 13. Okay, we might actually have enough to go. Have a closer look. Select them all. Okay, so we've got good, good, excellent, good, normal, good. We're looking to see if any of them are less than. No, they're all good. Okay. So I didn't enable them to like not do any quests. Alright. If that's the case, they'll be ready to go, and they didn't specify what the enemy here was. So I'm going to take a few people with guns. That's where we're going. It's winter, so it's going to take forever to get out there. It's going to use up twice as much food as what's needed for this journey. So once I select a few people, it will sort of say how many might be needed, and then it will actually show. You guys got all your cowboy hats on, but it's winter, you fools. Alright, let's see. I would recommend probably sending perhaps a Nason. She's got the ability to talk trade. And I might take our resident pacifist just to give her a hand out there. And Lenora can go with her. I have 3 people. I don't know what the threat will be at one of the sites, but hopefully it's not too bad. Take the dromedaries because they'll get them there pretty quick, because I'll be able to ride them. When did I get alpacas? Huh. Okay. I thought I went and killed the alpacas, but obviously I tamed some. My memory for this stuff is terrible. Alright, I want to take about 1,500. Out there. I'll do for people and stuff. Okay. So it reckons it's 4.7 days food. So I'm gonna need at least 9 days of food or more just for this trip, taking double. Let's see. Okay, so if we got 55 of those, take 100. Just round it off a little bit. We'll take a couple of simple meals. I only had 3 people. I'm going to just take 6 of them for the people. Let's see. Pemmican. Hey, Dan. Welcome back. Oh, I'm just queuing up to go out on a quest at the moment. Actually, 2 quests. I've got Parker's exchange quest for some goodwill and a possible threat at a stash cache. So that's going to be interesting. And it's winter, so it's going to require twice as much food stores to get out and back because they'll be slow traveling. Let's see. We're up to 19 days. It's more than enough, but I don't want to risk it. I'll grab 100. Okay. You never played. Just give me a second to get out of this. To set up their what you call it, their caravan. Because the general idea of the game is to try to survive, to try to build a colony, and I guess each colony itself is its own kind of story. So when something happens, if a great battle happens, it's considered a tragedy instead of a failure. And you know, when you gain people or you increase your base wealth and stuff like that, it's basically viewed as a good kind of thing. So it's interesting. It's not kind of like a traditional, um, build a colony and hope that you survive kind of thing. Um, the idea is just try to enjoy playing out your colony, if that makes sense. Uh, I need to take my Parkers. So I've got to take all these Parkers for this quest because what they want is they want 13 Parkers uh, for, I think it was 43 goodwill. And I'll show you in a second. I'm trying to convert a enemy into a full-on ally. And part of this, if I take all of them and they like them, that'll be it. Okay, give me a sec. So I might take a little bit of, I know it would be heavy, but I'll take some wood with me because then I can trade that. Oh yeah, no worries. See, that should be all I need to take. Maybe some furs. Get blue fur. Plain leather. They'll do. Okay, so what we're doing is this is my base over here. This is my city of Delhurst and my faction in Nedo, and I'm on my way over to here for our quest. So if I go back into my people, this is my base at the moment. So I'm a bit zoomed out, but I'll zoom in. Up here is my animal pen and kind of like, you know, hospital sort of shelter for them. All the eggs just expired because of the cold, so just building a bit of fires and whatnot. Now down here, I've got, I guess this is our massive hospital wing in here. And I'm researching sterile tiles. So what I want to do is I want to put some nice sterile tiles in here instead of the wood, which will help them to heal a bit better, kind of like a general hospital would. You know, it's easier to clean, whatnot. These are all my batteries, and these ones are my special Venomec power cells. So they create energy on their own, whereas these only store energy. Which is kind of cool. We had an explosion earlier, that's why the side's kind of low. But generally speaking, they kind of like semi-power. And then we've got all of our kind of beds, all of our people beds, animal beds. That's mirrored on both sides. A dining hall, recreational room with TV, pretty decent sized TV. It's huge. It's like a full couch width. Then we've got kind of like a sweatshop room over here with the tailor bench and the research, and you know, they can do smithing and stone cutting and stuff like that over here. And then moving out into our kitchen. So you've got like a butchering station where I refer to it as peeling the animals. So basically, they'll go out and they'll hunt animals, and we can peel them to get various leathers and furs that I can sell or I can craft stuff with. And we also get from that, we get meat, and then I can combine meat with some vegetable product, whatever I've grown, which is these areas, and that goes into cooking to make specific meals. I've got I've got wood fire stoves and I've got electric stoves. So I'm hoping that regardless of if I have power, because electricity goes out sometimes, I should be able to keep making food all the time. And it's winter, so we've got some heaters trying to keep the room nice and warm. Let's see, over here we've got our 2 prison barracks. I'm trying to keep an average of 3 people per room, so that there's less likely to have prison riot and people to get killed. And then our massive storage, which I don't yet have a machine that can smelt down these robots which I've attacked in the past. So I'm just storing them because they'll give me a fair bit of steel, and I really need that to build just about everything. And then we got solar and we got our wind turbines, and we just got our geothermal power. So if I hit play, you'll see it gives off steam. So if one of these are uncovered, doesn't have this little device on it, it'll actually warm up a room, and it can be life-saving in a snow environment. However, the world I'm on is actually a permanent summer. So even though it's winter, it generally doesn't actually get too cold. Like it's only -6 at the moment. Whereas summer is like +40, +50 degrees Celsius, which is hot as fuck. So yeah, it ends up being like pretty good to have like the geothermal power because it's constant. So long as nobody attacks this, nobody has a tantrum and comes over and smashes this, be good. Um, because this will just power everything, and I'll start getting to put some lights outside like I've done. Because my people get kind of pissy. Shit, you're fast. They get kind of pissy when it's dark outside. Um, like this person doesn't like their bedroom, for instance, and it's cold. Yeah, it's winter. Uh, so there's nothing much I can do about that for them. I had to take all their parkas off for this quest because I made them, and everybody kept putting them on instead of putting them into storage, which was useless because I'm like, I need 13 for the quest, but 18 of you guys are wearing them. Just take them off so I can do the quest already. They'll keep making them though. At the moment, Weeks is currently making probably parkas. Yeah, no. As soon as we take them off the map on this quest, she'll return to making them. She's probably making a shirt. Yeah, so it's kind of like the tour of the base. I'm trying to fix up here because obviously in winter there's very little food. Like these little shrubs and stuff doesn't really feed them, and there's no grass obviously, so all my animals end up getting really hungry. And I just kind of need to set my storage to take extra food, but I ran out of vegetarian options for them. I only have like a small amount of pemmican left that I could possibly offer them, keep them alive. Which is snacking on right now. See them come over and they'll like that. So I'll just quickly hit save too. Alright. So I'm hoping they're getting their caravan together. I'm hoping that they're not going to take too long. It's a fair bit of stuff to go in it, and I need to make sure they actually grab these parkas. Worst case scenario is sometimes they have tantrums or go into psychotic states and decide not to pack the actual equipment, like the last quest I had, where we were taking something to give tribute and they left it at home. And I had like less than a day to get that tribute item out to the nearby colony. to complete the tribute quest. Oh man, that was stressful as. I also have a substantial amount of animals at the moment. Not as much as I have had in past games, but we're getting there. There we go. There's the bottom. I've got this kind of set to an auto cull. So what happens is if I have, say, at the moment we've got 14 young muffaloes that are male, and I can only have 5 adults. So when those 14 reach adulthood, they'll automatically get culled, taken down to the freezer room, and peeled and turned into food. So it works out pretty well. The only problem is that my people have to spend time taming every single animal. See, they need to have this tameness meter, otherwise they return to the wild. So if I have too many reproduce, which we've got quite a lot at the moment, I think I've got a hell of a lot of chickens. Got 24, 39 sheep, 51 muffaloes. It's a lot. It's a lot. And what happens is if they can't tame them all, they just start to roam off, and I lose them. There's nothing else to it. I'll see them come back, like, because they've got this muffalo 22. They'll come in with a pack of wild muffalo off the side of the pack, off the side of the map at some point, and I'll click on it and I'll see in there is like muffalo 22, and I'll be like, wait a minute, you were mine. Like, you need to get back into my herd. But usually by then I've got more people to deal with it too. So I'll just get that off. I'll speed them up a bit because I kind of want them to get out onto this quest, hopefully by the morning. They've got a lot of animals, but we've only got 3 people loading up the stuff, so it's not a lot. I did find in the past that if you have, say, a caravan of 50 or more animals and more than 10 people, more often than not, you'll likely have any given animal have a psychotic break. Oh, boomlopes are attacking us. Alright, because we were hunting them. This could be a problem because Zamoro's out here on his own. Let me just save this as a raid, just in case shit goes south. Yeah, shit's going south. Just get back in already. If they catch up to him, they're gonna fuck him up. And if they go down, these things explode. So that's a massive issue. Alright, guys, I'm gonna kind of need a group of yous. They might blow up right next to this building. That could be an issue too. Oof. Don't attack it, don't attack it. Oh no, if that thing blows up, that could kill my panther. Okay, it's down. Alright, go for the other guy. Actually, you know what, he should be alright to attack on his own, even if he does. See, he's got this manhunter. Shizuka's on it. There we go. It's lucky in a sense that it wasn't actually spring when we have crops here, or otherwise I would have decimated my entire crops. Mind you, some of my panthers might come out to snack on them. You guys gonna put him out of his misery, or... Yeah, maybe? Shizuka, you thinking about it? Jesus, you've got the same potato aim I have on PUBG. You can do it. Wow. She could just walk over there and literally, like, cut the thing and it would be dead. But she's choosing to shoot, like, as many possible times as possible. That was dreadful. Funny, but dreadful. What was that? Somebody got food poisoning. Yeah, that's going to keep happening until you guys actually get some sterile tiles and clean. Save again since that went alright. Alright, how's this caravan going? It's on the move. Where'd you go? Oh, they moved off. Okay. Okay, where's my caravan? Go. So I save, like, very frequently just because shit can go wrong in this game so quickly, and I'm trying to build a large colony, and part of that is trying to make sure that the best case scenario comes out of every event, because if something goes wrong, you can save and reload it and it kind of re-rolls the outcome of that event. However, sometimes you get stuck between two possible outcomes, say 5 people dying or 2 people dying, and no matter how many times you re-roll it, you still get those two outcomes, and you basically have to re-roll it on the choice that is the lesser of the two evils, if that makes sense. So to end up with a big colony, like my last colony was about 135 people, I just had to usually, like, okay, did I lose panthers in this battle? Were they ones that had names on them? Were they bonded where people are going to become psychotic? It, if they're not, it's a loss, but it's not that big of a loss. Whereas at least now with a little group, it's a little bit easier to kind of like, re-roll this at the moment. I only have the smaller losses happening. I wonder if my coffee's still cold. Hot. No, that is cold. Damn it. Should have drunk that earlier. Alright. So, since my caravan's on the way, and it's nighttime, they'll be resting, so they're not moving. Yeah. So what will happen is, when the sun comes back, as you can see, this is the whole planet they're on. The sun will be rotating around at the moment, and if I can go back down, there we go. It's currently on the other side, so it'll rotate back around at some point and end up getting them to move again with the sunrise. Sometimes if you send out night owls, sometimes they will keep walking at night. Sometimes they won't. I've noticed it's very iffy on that. I think it all matters depending on like whether or not the animals just decide to drop and sleep, and if they can keep moving or not. How's this going for the egg situation? Alright. I was trying to click down on the eggs before, but it wouldn't let me. It just contains eggs. I know. They don't look like they're spoiled anymore. And only say if they are, so maybe the temperature was the problem. Guys, these aren't free beds, they're medical. Get the hell out of there. Slackers. Always looking for goddamn soft beds, these lot are. Just like you, that doesn't look like you're in there for the medical situation. You're not. Get out of there. I swear, if I didn't scroll past this place at night half the time, like these ones are fine. These are actual night beds. These are actual medical wing beds. Oh, here we go. Here's the sun's moving again. You see it just getting brighter. I could have probably had them stop by these two places and do a trade. But, yeah, they're going to start miscarriaging from the winter starvation. That's kind of normal in my games. Yeah, they could have stopped and done that. Maybe on the way back. It's slowly getting brighter over here. Sweet. They'll be there within a day, by the look of it. What have we got out here? Oh, we've got mufflos. Kind of don't need any more, but I will take another female. There we go. Every so often something does actually break around here, and I've got auto repair on. So yeah, hopefully I've got enough materials to keep doing that. Let's have a look. Plenty of steel now, which is good, but I'm gonna need silver, which is where? Top? Masterwork. Chimpanzees created plain leather pants masterwork. Sweet. Somebody's going to enjoy wearing those. And basically, it's the highest quality before legendary. Legendary is kind of like, they don't generally put it down. circular. What do you mean by that? Everything looks a bit pointy on this map to me. I actually have had a circular base before. I ended up making it look like a Pokeball, and then I turned it into a turtle, and then it merged out into like a spiky diamond and all sorts of stuff. But they've arrived. Yeah, no, I tend to make a lot of diamond-shaped bases in RimWorld. I'm not even sure why. I see like you can have a square base, and a square base is so easy to you know, manage. And I don't know, if I'm looking at it all the time, I just kind of want it to look a bit decorative. So we just fulfilled our quest. Allied titanium of unification. Okay, so we just made new friends. We became very close, and they're considered an ally. Sometimes help us fight if we're under attack. Also can call them for help at any time at the cost of goodwill. We don't have the device yet to call them, but I mean, it is there in the future, and it's always good to have up to 4 allies. And we completed our quest, obviously. Let's just do a trade while we're here. What do you got? You can take that orange foal, because they're sure as shit not keeping it. I will not keep the orange horses. I don't care. Let's see. Let's get rid of the extra parkas. I know they could use them, but I can also just drop that off for money. I don't need anything like luxurious right now. I don't need any like bionic gear. A psychic soothe pulse could be good. Let's see. Maybe? Yeah. I'll take that because those are always so useful. I could take things like hops and psychoid leaves. The animals would eat that, at least to keep them alive through winter, but I can't make any food with it otherwise. Let's see. You don't have medicine. Will you accept others? Oh, you don't have much money. Righto. Let's not cap you in the ass with that. I will take your rice. I'm pretty sure I sold you this rice, or at least like gifted you this rice previously, and I'm just buying it back at this point. I kind of need it. Kind of need it more than I need my pride for that. Let's see. What else is here? Well, if that's the case, I can definitely get rid of this. And that's right, I brought wood. I don't have that much money, so okay. I'm gonna have to go down by probably 400. I can afford that. I won't be able to do trading with the other groups on the way back, but that's going to give me some rice at least. And I've still got 51 days, although the rice will rot in 20, but we'll be back by then, and hopefully they can use it. So we'll head them home. They were supposed to be doing this stash quest, so maybe I won't, unless I can get them here, there's no real point. I'm going to have to send out a separate group. I was going to hope that group could do it, but I didn't even realize that they're in opposite directions. I wasn't paying that much attention to them. Sen Orozoko. I'll get his name eventually. Let's see. Enyo. Let's send a couple of people that are good, but not like our primary feeders. Lumi and Amia. They could go. You guys can take some horses. If we still have any here. Yeah. Okay. And since they're going somewhere that's probably going to involve like perhaps rocks or just like general wood and trees, what do you call it, like plants and all sorts of stuff, I'm just going to send a few. That way we've got like the 1500 again. All right. See guys, it's still winter, so let's make sure you guys got food. 100 and 200. It's okay, this is interesting. They've chosen to take vegetarian and carnivore meals. It doesn't actually specify if anybody is or isn't a carnivore or a vegetarian, so it's very interesting to me. now that I've got the option, I can actually see what's getting selected. So let's just grab less of this because I'm pretty sure I'm not taking that many people. One more. Send that. I'm not sending them with any particular gear. Let me just hit up save. Yeah, that one. I'll just hit, I'll put it on regular speed, and I want to just check out my Nightbot for a second because it's been constantly popping up with errors. So just bear with me a minute and watch the stream, and I can look at my my program. What was that? Quest available. Fugitive encampment. Ooh, okay. Let's see. Siga, Chief of Red Shrew Ambers, has sent us a message. Apparently, pirates based nearby camp have been raiding their caravans. The camp is controlled by the sledgehammers. Siga is asking us to destroy the camp, which means eliminating all the enemies and turrets. Clicked on something then and it went flying. Okay. So, Siga says that they're a bandit camp that has 10 people guarding it. Okay. And it gives me goodwill or options. So what am I with them? I'm 88%. I really don't need goodwill at this point. Let's have a look. Give me a second. I can get the anti-grain warhead. That's useless to me right now. I don't need uranium. Camp loot could be anything. Resurrect and mech serum. I do have a couple of those, I think. No, just healer mech serums. Okay, that could be useful. Plasteel. Yeah, this one's probably going to be the good one. Even though it looks like it's a lot more, the camp loot could be abysmal because these things are expensive. So where is your bandit camp? Oh, I could send extra people on this stash. How many have I got? I've only got a couple. 4 people, and if I add more people to it, I'm probably not going to have enough food. But I can get them 2 done at the same time. So let's see. Add to caravan. Need to leave the night owls here. And the reason why I need to do that is so I don't have tantrums constantly going on where somebody's awake and somebody wants to be asleep. I don't know about the new guys if they're night owls or not. I don't really have good melee. Or you have okay shooting. I got 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, give me a sec. Tell me in my caravan. 10 people. Okay, not all of them are. Oh, a timber wolf is attacking after being hunted. Alright, that's okay. It's just one of my panthers hunting. So, do you have, what are your skills? Your melee, your shooting. I'd rather take an extra person who I know can shoot. Because at the moment, Onesan's out, and I would have taken her. I did see earlier that somebody, when I was forming a caravan, somebody here did not have a weapon. You. So why don't you have a weapon? Is it because we don't have a melee weapon for you? Yeah, it looks that way. That's okay. I'd rather check than leave that and find out later that they could and we didn't take it. Alright. I'm gonna just change this from the Parkers while I think about it. Everybody's scheduling's fine, the work's all set. Yep. Alright. It's gonna take, I'm just gonna finish having a look at this Nightbot thing I've got for my stream because I want it to not. Oh no. I need it to not be